Hi everyone, welcome to my class. Today also we are continuing exercise 8.1. That means today we are doing the last question, that is 11th question. 11th question is state whether the following statements are true or false. That is the 11th question. We have five statements are there. We have to find out that is true, that statements are true or false. Let us start with the first statement. First statement is that the value of tan A is always less than 1. Is the value of tan A is always less than 1? That means this statement is it is a false statement. Why? And state the reasons also. First one, this statement is false because let a right triangle, that means ABC is a right triangle that B. Let AB equal to BC. We know that tan of an angle A is opposite side of that angle upon adjacent side of that angle. Here opposite side is BC and adjacent side is AB. Okay, therefore tan ratio, let it find out. Tan A is equal to BC upon AB. That means side opposite to angle A upon side adjacent to angle A. That means BC upon AB. Here BC is equal to AB. Therefore we can write it as AB by BC is AB. Therefore AB by AB itself. Therefore we get the value as 1. Okay, that means tan A can take the value 1. Therefore our statement is wrong. Why? The value of tan A is always less than 1 is our statement. Therefore this statement is false. Okay, now let's move on to the next statement. Next statement is seek A is equal to second statement. Seek A is equal to 12 by 5. 12 by 5 for some value of angle A. For some value of angle A. For some value of angle A. This is our second statement. That means second statement states that seek A is equal to 12 upon 5 for some value of angle A. Is that statement is correct or not? This statement is a true statement. Because we know that 12 by 5 is greater than 1. Let us check out first. We know that seek is the reciprocal of cos A. Let us find out the cos value. In a right triangle, this is a right triangle ABC. Right angle at B, hypotenuse is AC. Because we know that in a right triangle, the hypotenuse is the biggest side. Therefore, we know that the cos ratio is cos of the angle A. The reciprocal of sec is cos. Cos of angle A is the adjacent side, that is AB upon hypotenuse. Adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Here it is given that sec is. Sec means the reciprocal of cos. That means here hypotenuse is 12 and adjacent side is 5. Cos is always less than 1. Why? Because we know that in a right triangle, the hypotenuse is the greater side in a right triangle. Therefore, cos value is always cos A equal to, it will be 5 upon 12. That means the reciprocal of, it will be always less than 1 because reciprocal is the highest side. Therefore, denominator is always greater than the numerator. Therefore, it is always less than 1. Okay, denominator is greater. It is always greater by because we know that cos A is side adjacent to that angle A upon hypotenuse. Because of hypotenuse is the biggest side in a right triangle, therefore cos value is always less than 1. Cos value is always less than 1. Therefore its reciprocal must be ck is equal to 12 by 5. It is true. Okay. Therefore this statement is true. Second statement is a true statement. Because the reason is cos A is always less than 1. Therefore its reciprocal must be greater than 1. Because we know that 12 by 5 is greater than 1. Therefore this statement is true. Okay. Now next move on to the next statement. That is cos A is the abbreviation used for cosecant of angle A. That is cos A. Third statement. Cos A is the abbreviation used for cosecant of angle A. Abbreviation used, cos A is the abbreviation used for the cosecant of angle A. Used for the cosecant of angle A. From the statement it is, abbreviation means the short form. Cos A is the short form of the cosecant. From the statement we know that it is false, because cos A is not the short form of cosecant. We know that cos A is the short form of cosine of A. Therefore from the statement it is clear that this is not the abbreviation of cosecant A. Therefore this statement is a false statement. False statement. Next move on to the next statement. Next statement is cot A is the product of cot A is the product of cot and A. This is our fourth statement. This is our fourth statement. Is this statement is correct or not? Cot A means cot of angle A. Therefore the statement states that the cot A is the product of cot and A. Is that statement is true? No. This statement is false statement, because we know that cot has value only when it will be with an angle. Okay. Cot alone has no meaning. That means cot alone does not exist. It is meaningless. It is meaningless, because this cot A along with an angle, this cot exists. Therefore cot A is meaningful, but cot alone is not meaningful. Therefore it is meaningless. Therefore this statement is a false statement. This statement is false. Next move on to the last statement. That is sin theta is equal to 4/3 for some angle theta. Sin theta is equal to 4/3 for some angle theta. For some angle theta. For some angle theta. If sin theta, we know that. Let try draw a right triangle. ABC, take it as ABC. Right angle at B, and therefore let this angle be theta. This angle be theta. We know that sine of an angle theta is side opposite to that angle upon hypotenuse. That means here it is 4 by 3. Side opposite side must be 4 and hypotenuse must be 3. Here this statement is wrong. Why? Because we know that in a right triangle the highest length is the hypotenuse. Here it is highest side is the side AB. Therefore this statement will not be true. Therefore we can write sin theta. Reason, sin theta is here, sin theta is greater than 1. This is not possible. This is not possible. Therefore it is a false statement. Therefore it is a false statement. Okay, now we are continuing next part of our lesson, that is find outing the trigonometric ratios of some specific angles. Okay, this is our last 8.1's last question. Now we are moving on to the next topic. Okay, that means trigonometric ratios of some specific angles. Today we are discussing about the trigonometric ratios of angle 45 degree. That means that trigonometric ratios of 45 degree. Okay, that means draw a right triangle A B C. Right angle at B, that means it is 90 degree. Let angle A be 45. If angle A is 45 degree, then angle C must be 45. Why? Because we know that in a triangle the angle sum property, by using angle sum property, the total angle in a triangle is 180. Therefore this is 90, this angle is 45, therefore C must be 45. This also 45. In a right triangle these two angles are equal. Therefore we can say that these two sides are also equal. Because by isosceles triangle property, if these two angles are equal, therefore the corresponding sides are also equal. Okay, therefore we can, using this we can find out, let these two sides are equal. Let it be A and A. Let it be A and A. For finding sine value, we have to find out the hypotenuse first. These two sides are equal. Let it be A. Okay, therefore by Pythagoras theorem, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. That is, here AB is A square plus A square. Therefore it is equal to 2A square. Therefore AC is equal to square root of 2A square. Therefore it is root 2A. Therefore we get the length of the hypotenuse, that is root 2A. Now we get all the measures of the sides of this right triangle. Then we have to find out all the trigonometric ratios of this specific angle 45 degree. First we have to find out sine 45. Sine 45. Our first ratio is sine 45. We know that sine of an angle is side opposite to that angle upon hypotenuse. Here it is BC upon AC. That is equal to BC upon AC. Therefore it is equal to, we know the value of BC is A upon root 2A. A and A get cancelled. Therefore we get sine 45 as 1 upon root 2. Sine 45 is 1 upon root 2. Next find out the next ratio, that is cos 45 is equal to, we know that Cos of a ratio is side adjacent to that angle upon hypotenuse. Here it is AB upon AC. Therefore, it is equal to AB upon AC. This is equal to A upon root 2A. A and A get cancelled. Therefore, the value of cos 45 is also 1 by root 2. Next, we have to find out the tan ratio. That is tan 45. Tan 45 degree is equal to, we know that tan of an angle is side opposite to that angle upon side adjacent to that angle. Here it is BC upon AC. Here it is BC upon AB. Sorry. That means BC. Side opposite to that angle is BC and side adjacent to that angle is AB. Therefore, BC is A upon A. Therefore, it becomes 1 upon 1 equal to 1. Therefore, we get the value of tan 45 as 1. Next, we have to find out the reciprocals of these ratios. We know that the reciprocal of sine is cosec. The reciprocal of sine is cosec. Cosec 45 is equal to the reciprocal of this. That means sine of 45 is 1 by root 2. Therefore, its reciprocal. That means root 2 by 1 equal to root 2. Therefore, cosec 45 is root 2. Next, we have to find out the reciprocal of cos 45. The reciprocal of cos is sec 45. That is, next sec 45 is equal to, its reciprocal means reciprocal of cos. That means cos 45 is 1 by root 2. Therefore, its reciprocal is root 2 upon 1. Therefore, it will be equal to root 2. Next, we have to find out the last reciprocal. That means tan 45. Reciprocal of tan 45 is cot 45. We know that reciprocal of tan 45 is 1. That means 1 by 1. That is 1 by 1 again. Therefore, it will be 1 only. Therefore, we get all the specific measures of angle 45. All the trigonometric ratios according to this angle. That means we get tan 45 is equal to 1 by root 2 and cos 45 is 1 by root 2. Sin 45 is 1 by root 2. Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. Tan 45 is 1. Its reciprocals next. Cosec is root 2. Cosec 45 root 2. Sec 45 root 2 and cot 45 is 1. Okay, that's all for today's section. Now, today's section is over. Thank you for watching my class.